And I'm back, but this time I'm just as Jinx, because in today's video, I'm going to be bringing to life Arcane's version of Fishbones. I have made Fishbones before where I made its dual move, although this version is slightly different from the Arcane series, and I didn't want to make the exact same gun again but with a different skin. I wanted to give it a twist. For this video, I'm going to try and bring to life Fishbones that is able to actually projectile shoot stuff. I am a complete amateur with this stuff and in by no way a professional, so I do not think you should replicate anything I'm trying to do here. And again, I don't know how this is going to work, I don't know if it's safe, and I really don't know if it's even going to succeed. So this is how I'm going to attempt my Fishbones prop, if you can call it that, and what I can use it with. So yeah, this is how it goes.
First I drew out a blueprint and I held it up and made sure that it was the right size, although this is actually the second time I did it, as the first time it was way too big. Then I have to go back in time a bit, just so I can show you how I worked out where I was going to position things. Now the barrel, if I put the trigger exactly where the trigger is supposed to be, would have been really short and that would not have worked. So in the end I decided to hide it in the side of the thing and just create a second fake handle and trigger. So I started off with pressure rated PVC and I cut it, which took ages. Then I put it all together just like Hardware Unknown did in his tutorial. Once that was together, I was so excited that I accidentally drilled through my hand, which is great. Then with a Sharpie, I quickly marked out where I don't want the PSI to ever reach.
It's working! It's working! So if you're wondering what was going on about, basically off camera, Simon and I were trying to work this out, but I was checking for air leaks, and when I was testing it, the sprinkler valve wasn't working, which was very frustrating and very disheartening, but we took it apart, we found that there was some like shavings in it, we're hoping it's that. It is now working, but then when we were testing it to see for the air leaks, the PSI wasn't being recorded, and we were like, are we actually going to use this extremely dangerous non-suitable PVC pressure pipe for this experiment without even knowing the PSI. So we were just testing it there with this blanket, and now we can see that the PSI is actually being recorded, and to be honest that hasn't dropped down this whole rant I've done, so that's really good. So to catch you back up, we're just testing this now at different PSIs, and we have recorded here previously not to go over this because this number is exactly half of its pressure rated for water specifically, which obviously we're not using, so I don't even want to come close to risking it. So I've marked off the red area. That is an area we do not want to ever go into. Yeah, so now we're going to test out 20 PSI and see how far this dust rag goes. Woo!
Actually almost count on the shot, it's just your legs.
Oh, it's just my legs that whole time. Hi everyone. Oh, you guys just get talking legs.
What PSI we're gonna... Are we confident that was 20 PSI?
That was 20 PSI.
It went so far.
Yeah, I'm building a cannon!
What if this thing just explodes in my face?
Yeah, it might do that. That's why, guys, do not do this at home. I'm going to keep telling you.
Right, we're going to 30.
You don't want to do 40. You're scared.
Oh, right, go.
I'm actually running away. Ready? 40 PSI, let's go. Kuma won't mind if I borrow that. This is 30 PSI on Kuma's dog toy. I feel like I should put my mic on.
Yeah, you should.
So I tested it at 80, it gets really loud, so I'm going to use some of this. And now we're going to test the highest I'm going to go to, which is 100 PSI.
Are you stepping back?
Just in case. We're at 100, so it's going to be really loud. It's not going up. Try it now. Is it working? What have I done? What did I do?
Where can you feel the air coming from? Stop doing.
Yeah. Okay, we're back. We opened it up. There's more shrapnel on it. We're hoping it's just that. Shrapnel, not shrapnel, shavings. The reason it works on the first time is because there's no shavings inside this filter. Then on the second time, because the first time fired, it passed through to this chamber, which is offsetting the pressure or something. I don't really understand it. Okay.
I'm gonna time 1 minute and see if the pressure drops. Okay, so it's a minute. Just under 50. Under 60. Okay, so it's dropping, but dropping slowly. I'm gonna try and see if I can get that PSI to slow down. That feels very powerful. Now that I've checked for any leaks, and I don't think there is any, it might just be a product of it being homemade. So I've decided I'm just going to deal with the fact that it will slowly leak over about a minute. I think a minute it drops about 10 PSI, which is fine. That's still a long time to actually fire it. So that being said, it's time to make this look like Fishbones.
For the building montage, I really just used EVA foam from Polyprops and some contact adhesive, and I just used my blueprint as a reference for size and scale. And I just continued piece by piece, adding it until it really started to take shape. I decided to model and 3D print some parts on my Prusa printer, just to speed up some of the progress and also to add some really strong parts that I could rest the gun on. If you're wondering, this is actually how I make all of my patterns, just using paper and masking tape. Then after some tests, I quickly added the rest of the detail parts, such as battle damage and carving out any sort of messy areas. And with that, the prop is fully built. However, I needed to add some paint, so I spent a while just adding some wood glue, which took a long time, but this really helps seal the foam ready for paint.
Fishbones is now ready for paint, but normally I would use like a spray gun and an airbrush, but now I'm going to just go the old-fashioned way and just use a paintbrush. I'm hoping this will make it look a lot more cartoony, which is the sort of effect I'm going for. So now I have to spend hours doing that. Okay, so I've gotten this far and I'm feeling like this is not what I wanted. This paint is like 8 years old, I think, and it kind of smells weird, but it's just not laying as nicely as I remember. It doesn't feel very good. It's leaving a lot of like brush strokes, and overall it's just taking so much time. So I am gonna go and try and do the rest on my spray gun and airbrush. And then I'm going to come back and just do like all the extra details with the paintbrush and hope that works. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed with this, but we're just going to try the other way that I'm more confident with, so yeah.
After hours of airbrushing and masking, the masking took ages. I added a few little highlights and details to really make it cartoony, and threw some paint on it, and then it's done. We're laying out our ammo and targets here, and we had plans for this tomato, but he's dead. There we go. So we tried to use an Allen key to get the potato out to make it work because I don't know what happened, but basically it's stuck in there and it's working. So it's coming out with the potato.
Christ. Please make sure you don't.
No one do this at home ever. Don't do this, guys. It had such a kickback. Like when it flew, I don't know if it was on camera, but it threw me back. Like it threw me back.
Let's see how Caitlin did.
I mean, I kind of hit it. Look at that.
She's alright, she's just a
I
bit...
would have knocked it out.
I've been in many people behind the scenes stuff. I've been doing small stuff.
I thought I missed, but look. That's dangerous. I hit here, and the shrapnel from that broke that. That's dangerous. Look at Simon picking up all these pieces. Picking up all the potato. We don't leave any traces, guys. No traces. We take it all home.
Okay, we're two more.
Okay, so we're loading in 3. So when I did this, we decided to go with the least threatening looking thing. So I chose a bike pump. It's also the cheapest.
They scattered. They still found.
I managed to miss all 3, but it did come out, so that's pretty good. Now Simon can go and collect them and we can find them again. Okay, so we worked out that that it's cold, and that the cannon does not penetrate this plastic. I mean, maybe it would with a different ammo, but with potatoes it doesn't. It does penetrate a watermelon if you hit it. Yeah, and we also learned that I am a terrible shot, so it's really hard to fire out of, to be honest, because there's no, whoops, tripping over my plats. There are no ways to aim, so we just sort of point and hope. But yeah, this has been a really fun project, and hope you guys enjoyed this one. It's definitely a lot more fun of a project. I built this entire thing in 7 days. Again, please do not try this at home. I don't want any of you getting hurt, and definitely do not take this to public. All this has been scouted out and approved before I came here and did this. So yeah, definitely do not take this to a con. But you know, if you guys enjoyed this content, I would love to do more stuff like this. And yeah, thank you. Bye.